Hey guys, it is your calorie queen here, and today we're going to be talking about how to lose weight and maintain your results. Many of us are on this table. We have lost weight, we have gained it, we lost it again, and then we found it yet again. If that sounds like you, ensure that you stay to the end of this video. I'm going to be sharing one of my most important tips for ensuring that you sustain your results. And the reason why many of us end up right back where we started is because we are so focused on our goal. We're so focused on our goal and we forget that the journey to reaching that goal is even more important than the goal. Why? Because everything that you need to learn to maintain your goal after you reach it, you will learn it on the journey. Okay, and so when you have a goal oriented mindset, guess what happens? You are ready to do almost anything. Okay, and then we forget that after losing this weight, maintaining it is another battle on its own, it's another chapter on its own. And many of us don't plan for it, and the planning for it starts while you are losing the weight, not when you have lost the weight. Okay, because it is habits that bring long-term results. Okay, and when you're so focused on reaching that size 10 or size 12, whatever it is your goal is, you want to lose 15 kg, you want to lose 20 kg, if you're overly focused on that, then you're almost ready to do anything. That's why many of us, we do like a million detox programs, then we do Cambridge diet, or we starve ourselves. We're ready to do anything to get to that goal. Okay, but then what happens? You reach the goal and then realize that you don't know how to maintain it. Why? Because you didn't learn how to. Okay, that is why one most common example I had to give is definitely with the keto diet. I know so many people, in fact, so many people on my programs right now were on keto diet and it worked. They lost weight, but then they got tired, right? They got tired, they wanted to eat their carbs, it got expensive, or for whatever reason that they decided to stop it. And then they went back to eating their regular meals, but then they gained the weight back. Why? Because they did not learn how to do it with regular meals. Okay? So they gained the weight back. So the very important questions that you have to start asking yourself, whatever it is that you're doing right now, okay, to lose that weight that you want to lose, what are you learning? Are you building the habits that will help you maintain it after? Okay, is it teaching you ways to get active, more easily? Is it teaching you how to ensure that you're drinking more water than you currently are you learning how to easily incorporate your vegetables and your fruits into your diet? Are you learning how to control your portions? Are you learning? Are you reflecting, asking yourself questions? What is working for me? What's not working for me? Based on my life, based on my preferences, based on my schedule. Okay, is this working for me? Can I continue doing this long term? Can I do this for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of my life? If you cannot see yourself doing it for that long, then you know you need a plan B. Because if you cannot continue doing it, then what you're automatically saying is that once I lose this weight, I will gain it back. Before you start your journey, you have already set yourself up to fail. Okay? And you don't want that. Another question that I like to ask is, can you bring your family along? This diet that I'm following, this thing that I'm doing, can my family join me? Because you have to ask yourself, how long am I going to be cooking separate meals for myself and then separate meals for my family? You might be doing it right now, you might be managing it, but really, how long will you be doing that? Is it sustainable? I don't think so. Okay? And besides that, don't you want to bring your family along before? Don't you want them to be healthy too? Okay? That's not something that is sustainable if you cannot bring your family along and you're living with them, all of you. Okay? Another question is it affordable? Because in the end, money is important. That diet that you're following, the foods that you're buying, if it's currently costing you an arm and a leg, how long are you going to continue doing that? Okay? And if it's already very expensive for only you, imagine, how do you now want to bring your family on board? How do you now want to bring your husband, your children, your wife, your sister, your parents along if you yourself, you can barely afford it? That is a problem. And you have to be honest with yourself. These are questions that you need to ask, because when you reach that goal, and when you reach that peperimpe size, you don't want to end back in square one. You don't want to end back at square one. So even if you decide, okay, that you are going to use this method, ensure that you have a plan B for when you reach your goal, that you have a plan to sustain your goal. Because you think about it like this, it's like making money. On the journey to making money, the fact that you've made a bunch of money right now, right, it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy for you to make money again. And the same thing with weight loss. I'm not saying that by the time you reach your goal, that maintaining it is going to be easy. No, it's not going to be easy. But if you made money the right, legit way, then all the lessons you learned, the habits, everything that you learned, you can now add, discipline, hard work, and continue making more in the future by the grace of God. But if you use shortcuts to make the money in the first place, then there's very, very little guarantee that you'll be able to do it again moving forward. It's the same thing with your weight loss. If you are using corner to get to the goal, then what happens after? Is that, will you continue to do corner? Will you continue causing corner for the rest of your life? So if you're currently, don't have this mindset of anything it takes, okay? It's better for you to spend a little longer to reach your goal and learn actual habits that will help you to maintain it than for you to perform miracle, reach the goal in record time, and then before we know it, 6 months later, all your results are gone. Okay? Think long term. Long term. It starts with your mindset and how you're approaching your weight loss journey. Okay? So, the questions I mentioned earlier. Can you see yourself doing it long term? Can your family join you? Can you continue affording it? I think those are one of the 3 most important questions that you need to ask yourself. And if right now your plan doesn't tick yes on all those questions, then you have questions that you need to ask, questions that you need to answer. All right? Because nobody wants to lose weight and gain it back. There's nothing more frustrating. All right? And if you're struggling to do that, if you are struggling to create a plan for yourself that checks all those boxes, that you can see yourself doing long term, then please feel free to join us. Send us a WhatsApp message, send us a DM. I'll be more than happy to hook you up, because our plans are not about a 360 change. It's not about throwing away everything you know and then starting afresh. What we're doing is we're taking your current habits, we're taking the things you already know, the things you already do, modifying them to work for you. So your rice and your yam and egg and stuff that you're already used to eating with your family, we're just teaching you how to still eat them but still get results. Okay? So that way it remains affordable. That way, the food you've been eating from your childhood, you can continue eating them. Okay? And so that way you can see yourself doing it long term. And so that when you lose the weight, you're not scared that it's going to come back. Alright? And if that's something that you want for yourself, if that's something that sounds interesting to you, then feel free to join us, okay? Because that is what Optimum PD is literally all about. I'm about doable, I'm about convenient, I'm about affordable, I'm about enjoyable, all right? So I hope that these questions that I asked today will get you thinking about what you're currently doing and help you plan better towards long-term success, towards actually losing this weight and saying bye-bye to it forever. All right, so thank you for spending this time with me, guys. I remain your calorie queen, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.